My boyfriend abandoned me when I got sick with an autoimmune disorder, so I gave him a daily reminder of me that he can't escape. Tanner and I had been together since college. 7 years of what I thought was building a future. We shared an apartment, a savings account, and even adopted a dog together. When I got diagnosed with a rare autoimmune disorder that left me bedridden for months, he promised he'd stand by me. He'd say, in sickness and health, even though we weren't married yet. He'd kiss my forehead every morning before work and bring me tea in bed. He told me we'd get through this together. What a load of crap that turned out to be. The first month, he played the devoted boyfriend perfectly. He posted about being a caregiver on social media and soaked up praise from friends. Everyone commented about what a good man he was. By month 2, the sighs started. He'd release heavy dramatic sighs every time I needed help to the bathroom. He rolled his eyes when I couldn't keep food down. He'd check his phone while I writhed through pain flares that felt like broken glass. My mother thinks you're being dramatic, he announced one day. He acted like Catherine's medical degree from Google University meant something. Her friend had lupus and was fine in 3 weeks. I had dermatomyositis, not lupus, but explaining autoimmune diseases to Tanner was pointless. It was like teaching calculus to a goldfish. He'd already decided I was choosing to be sick. The work trip started in month 3. He attended plastic surgery conferences that definitely required weekend attendance. He went to training seminars in cities that happened to have beaches. He'd come home with a tan and stories about revolutionary nose job techniques. Meanwhile, I counted my life in pill schedules and physical therapy appointments. I had to take Ubers to appointments because he was too busy. Then came Era. I found her on his iPad when I was having a good day. I had wanted to order groceries when I discovered he'd left Facebook open. There she was in all her glory. She was blonde, healthy, and doing yoga poses and photos from Miami. These were from the same conference he'd attended last month. The comments were careful but obvious. There were hearts and winks and messages saying, can't wait for next time. When I confronted him, he didn't even try to lie. He just started packing while giving me a prepared speech about wasted potential. He said Era understood his ambitions better than I did. The man actually said, I can't waste my life being someone's nurse. He said this while I sat there in 3-day-old pajamas. I'd worn them that long because showering alone was impossible. He moved out that night. He left me the dog though. This was probably because Era's luxury apartment didn't allow pets. 2 years later, I'd clawed my way back to functional. I found medications that worked and rebuilt my career as a nutritionist. I specialized in complex medical cases. Nearly dying gives you excellent perspective on helping others navigate health crises. The universe delivered its gift on a random Thursday. My colleague Rachel bounced into the break room with gossip about her cousin. This cousin had just moved to town and was pregnant with complications. She had high-risk gestational diabetes and kidney issues. She desperately needed a specialized nutritionist. What's her name? I asked, though I already suspected the answer. Era. She's married to this plastic surgeon, Tanner something. I took the case immediately. I told myself it was just professional curiosity. Era didn't recognize me when she walked into my office. This made sense since Tanner had probably told her he'd been single forever. He'd likely painted himself as someone who'd been waiting for his soulmate. She looked exhausted and scared, nothing like those yoga photos. Gestational diabetes was kicking her ass hard. The kidney problems meant she needed constant monitoring. Over the next months, I became her primary support system. She'd confide during appointments about how Tanner minimized her symptoms. She told me he complained about missed golf games for her doctor visits. His mother kept saying all women handled pregnancy fine in her day. It was the same Catherine delivering the same toxic bullshit. She'd just found a new target. He actually told me I was being anxious for no reason, Era said during week 30. Tears were streaming down her face as she spoke. I'm on bed rest and he's mad about canceling dinner reservations. Some people never change. The name conversation happened during week 34. She mentioned they kept fighting about what to name the baby. Tanner wanted traditional names like James or William. She wanted something more meaningful. You know, I said while organizing her meal plans, I've always loved the name Blair. It means bright light in Greek. That seems perfect for a baby who's already fighting so hard. Her whole face transformed with recognition and joy. Blair. Oh, that's beautiful. It does feel right after everything she's been through already. She left that appointment with fierce determination. Tanner could argue all he wanted about the name. A woman who survived a high-risk pregnancy doesn't back down easy. Baby Blair arrived 2 weeks early via emergency C-section. Tanner complained because it conflicted with the surgery he'd scheduled. Era held firm on the name despite his protests. Now that bastard has to say my name every single day. He says it during every school form and every birthday song. He says it every time someone asks about his daughter's beautiful name. He can never tell Era the truth without exposing himself as the garbage human who abandoned his sick girlfriend.